Okay, my friends, we have somebody who contacted us on the listener line at 713-278-VENT to ask a question that I think a lot of people can relate to. Let's just get right to the call.
I'm part of like this really awesome group of friends. It's mixed, guys, girls, and all different walks of life. Everyone's super cool. We get to hang out and, go to bars, go to dinner, go to an Astros game once in a while. But there's this one girl who, for some reason, always flakes out. She just never shows. She literally has never shown up once. And it wouldn't be so upsetting, except that every time she goes on and on about what she's going to wear, how exciting it's going to be, and all this. So the guys in the group, we're all like, dude, let's kick her out, okay? Let's just start a new chat and leave her off. The girl's like, no, let's give her another chance. It's okay, nobody's hurt by her not showing up. So I talked to her. I said, what's going on? What's going on? I mean, why can't you ever make it? It's like so weird. And she goes, oh, I'm just really busy. I've got a lot going on. And I'm like, we all do, right? But we all make it. So how do I kick this girl out? I'm just tired of it. I mean, is that too much? I'm just so sick of it. It's so annoying.
So the flaker, you got it. Somebody in your friend group that flakes out. They sound excited every single time, and they flake out. Now, I think it would be worse if this person is rearranging plans. So if they went, oh, you know what, guys, I can't do it on Friday. Can we please do it on Saturday? And then they flake is even worse.
If the flaker tried to change the plans for everybody, no.
And then flaked?
I would be like, first of all, we can't trust you.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Or if you
we like you, we want to hang out with you, but you're proven that you're a flake.
You have a track record, or if they had to spend money on this person, maybe they had to buy tickets to something.
Right, that's what I was thinking too. Like it's a 10 group, and we're like, okay, we're all gonna spend, you know what I mean, divided by 10, and then they flake. So now we have to cover for you because you didn't come. Yeah. That's when I would be mad.
Make them pay for their tickets.
3 strikes, you're out, don't you think?
Well,
how do you do that though?
It's way more strikes if everybody else doesn't want to dump them.
But the guys want to do that, but the girls don't.
Yeah, they want to keep the flaker in and give her another chance. But every chance she's had, she flakes out. So
I just call her out. I'd be like, all right, guys, we're all going here, but not you, flaker. You can be on the chat with us.
Has anybody thought of confronting her?
No, he did. He asked her, why are you always flake out? She said she's really busy.
Yeah.
Well, isn't everybody? Okay, here's the thing. I think that from this point on, to the man who called the listener line, just ignore, you want her out of the group chat, but she's in it. Just ignore that she's in it in your mind because you know she's not going to show up. So whatever you guys are talking about, who cares that she's in the thread? Who cares what she's saying? It doesn't hold any water because she's not going to show up. You can't. She's proven to you you can't trust her.
Then why waste your time having that person in that circle?
Well, right, but you can't. If uphill battle that the other people don't want to dump her, then you got to just ignore it and just be like, okay, we're making these plans.
You
and
do
if
you. Don't worry about what she's saying.
If she says one day, can we go to this restaurant instead? Then you should say absolutely no. I'm sorry, we cannot. We cannot. Are you gonna be the first one there? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't trust her. Make a joke or like, oh, because you're gonna be the first one there, haha. It's like that. Like, just show like we cannot change plans for you. You cannot make her be the direction of any of the plans because she's the flaker. Holly's on the line at 833-390-KRBE. Hello, Holly. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. So you can relate to this?
Are you the flaker? Wait, are you the girl in the thread we're talking about? Are you who he's talking about?
No, I've only, but it might be. I don't know. No. Okay. My take on it is that I feel like he might be having feelings for this girl. Maybe he's pursued her very heavily, and that maybe she doesn't want to go because he's there.
Oh, she's rebuffed his advances.
Huh. Yeah, she doesn't want to make him uncomfortable. She doesn't want to ruin the friendship, kind of thing. Like,
but then why would you engage so much, Holly? Think about that. If there's a guy in the group that like she feels about him the way he feels about her, let's try and get this guy out of the group, guys. You know what I mean? If there's a guy in the group that makes you feel that way, why would you be so present in the thread about how I just can't wait to show up to this and show you all my new shoes that I bought?
9 out of the 10 people, that 10 person's annoying or just creepy for you. You just don't want to be around them, but you want to be with everybody else. But everyone else likes that person.
Exactly.
Why don't you just leave the group and then you can handpick who you put in your new group?
But that's too hard. It's like breaking off.
9 out of 10 and you want to be with? That's not fair. Why should you leave?
Right.
You're the pervert or whatever.
This one that sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like at the table of 10, it's easy to not sit next to that person.
Yes.
A table of 10, you're actually not having dinner with 10 people. You're having dinner with 3. Mm-hmm. Whoever the people across and next to you are, that's who you're having dinner with.
Closest proximity.
Yeah, who's in the middle?
You gotta have a good middle. The middle has to be good.
I went to something one time, and I wanted to see the person that was going away on a trip, and I was where I got seated at the table, just the way it shook out. I was so far from the honor person, I didn't even talk to the person before they left for their trip.
Like on our show, if we had everyone here, because sometimes I flake with people, but I think Brian's probably the biggest flaker out of all of us.
I never say I'm going.
In our
but I don't do
when
that.
we go places, you show up and then you just
disappear.
Oh, I'm the Houdini.
Yeah, you just gradually just
I don't
disappear.
like a big exit speech. I just kind of like slide out.
He'll show up for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and
hey,
did he go to the bathroom?
Minutes.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, you have
He's been
bathroom.
on the show before. He just walked out the door. We were in the middle of the show and he didn't come back.
It's a pretty good move. You should do TikToks on that.
And most raw feeds.
Oh, yeah.
Where did he go?
No, I slide in.
His car is going.
His car's gone.
Nowhere.
Valerie's on the line. She is a self-proclaimed flaker.
Oh, nice.
Hi,
Okay.
Valerie. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, guys.
What's up, Flaky?
Explain yourself.
Don't come for me yet. Don't come for me yet.
We will,
Okay,
but explain yourself.
Okay. Yeah, of course. So my intention is always to go. I always want to go. I have smaller kids, so that's part of it. And then so I want to hang out with my friends. I want to hang out with my family, and so it's hard, but then I want my time as well, right?
Mhm.
But, however, I will justify myself. I never change the plans. I never say, hey, no, because I know my schedule is always tentative. And so now they know. My friends know this. Anytime we're going on a girls' trip, I put my part. I pay my part. And so for whatever reason, for work, I can't make it. I say, hey, guys, I can't make it. So I work for myself. So there's no sick days. There's none of that.
So
But you pay your share,
if there's a big trip and you pay in advance, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I
Okay.
pay my part. If we're splitting the Airbnb or whatever it is that we're splitting, I pay my part.
What if
I
there's
do
only
not
like
leave my-
That's
3
great.
people
That's good.
doing it?
She still pays
And
her
I'm like
part,
the
so it
third
doesn't
person.
matter.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but it
could
changes the dynamic if there's
ruin the
3
whole
versus
trip.
2.
I mean, if it's just 2 or 3 people,
Or just
nobody
2
wants to go
people.
by themselves.
Well, I would
Yeah,
say.
no, of course. No, I don't think it's been any of those issues with 3 people. It's a group of 10 of us
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
That's why you
So
flake,
not
because you
everybody-
can, because you
Because
don't feel
there's so
bad.
many
Got
of
that
Yeah.
safety net, that
There's-
cushion.
Yeah, probably, but they understand. But I will say, my kids have got a little older, so I've been able to make it more. And they're like, hey, like we see you now, like you're actually, and they would call me out. My friends were like, but are you really going? And I said, I really want
Are
to
you
go.
really
I
going?
promise y'all.
Look,
yeah.
you prioritize. You put family first. I applaud you for that.
But it is
Yeah,
hard
so
when you end up
definitely.
getting that label as the flaker because something
Yes,
comes up.
yes,
I hear
it
that.
is.
I got it.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
Valerie.
yeah,
Well,
so-
thanks for calling yourself out and
understand her
explaining. We
flakiness.
appreciate that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To add to what Valerie is saying in defense of being a flaker, I got to read this text at 37530. It says, I flake because most of my plans are made by drunk me, and sober me doesn't want to keep with those commitments in the end.
That's,
Yes.
that's a Jekyll and Hyde.
That happened to Roula and I.
Yes.
Our
Yeah.
drunkenness
man.
cost us like $10,000.
Oh my God, y'all.
What?
We went for a birthday
When
party.
my son, it was COVID time, was it right before COVID, right in COVID?
That was before.
It was before COVID, you're
Yeah.
right. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
because
just-
we had Ike. Not Ike. What was it, 17? Harvey.
Yeah, Harvey.
Okay, so Harvey messed up me giving my daughter a birthday party because, we're drowning. And my son's birthday is in November. Her birthday's in September. I did a joint little birthday party at the family restaurant in the family room. And I had Eric and his wife and their kids come. And I had another connection friend between me and his wife, Neggy, and her kids come. And that little birthday party started at like 2. And it was like 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's still
9
there.
p.m.
Gosh.
Because we had the private family room. So,
Yes.
the kids are playing and, we're just having dinner now. And let's have dinner, guys. And in the wine bottle drinking, our friend says, why don't we all go skiing
They
in
ski.
spring?
They ski in Park City every
They're
spring break.
skiers. We are
Yeah.
not skiers.
Yeah.
Eric has never been
I
skiing.
pull that a lot, too. Why don't we just
And
go skiing?
why don't we go skiing? And, everyone's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
No, this is November. This is not till March.
And
so,
I remember my husband's always in for a trip, and I was the one that was already apprehensive. Like, I don't know. I've done that before, and I'm not a fan of skiing, guys. I'm not a skier. It's really hard to ski, and it's expensive with
But
the
your
clothes.
husband pushed for it.
And Tasso was like, let's go. I'm in for the trip. And then Eric and Neggy are like, come on. It'll be so fun. We'll do a family ski trip. That's for March. Y'all, this is November now. We have committed
Yeah.
all these months.
No one told me about how expensive these
Yes.
outfits are.
A
Oh
couple
my
weeks
God.
before the
So
trip,
pricey.
a couple weeks before the trip, Eric and Neggy are shopping for the ski trip, and Eric calls me. He's like, "Oh my God, what have we done? This is so expensive." I go, "I'm telling you, that's why I didn't want to commit. This is an expensive trip.
At least with adults,
skiing is not cheap."
You can wear that same outfit for the next 10 years. Kids, though,
Yes.
they change.
Yes, because to buy the kids' outfits, those are even. If,
And then what happened? Tasso's really pushed for this. And what happened at Tassos?
He couldn't come.
He flaked.
Oh no!
I don't
So
call
she was
it
by
flaking.
herself with the kids.
He didn't flake it. I don't call it flaking because he was starting. Breadman had just started, and it's hard to get your company off the ground. So I absolutely did not fault him at all.
No, he
And I
prioritized.
did not get hurt at all
I
that
just
he
laughed
didn't
because
come. It was
Roula was
fine.
fighting
Funny.
not to go. She's like, we can't go. He
Yeah.
pushed for it.
And then I was the one that had to go.
And a
It
little.
was
I had a
fun,
great
though.
time. It was the best time. Me and my little girls. That's the first time we ever had a trip by ourselves, mommy daughter, and I love it so much that I have those memories now with them.
Park
so
City
it's
was a
fine.
lot of fun.
It was nice, but it was expensive. Hell.
Well, here's a
drinking
little
rules, though. Be
some
careful.
insight onto how to get cheaper ski clothes is at the actual Park City town.
Yes.
There's a secondhand store,
Yes,
and
I
you can
learned
get
that.
these ski clothes
That's smart.
secondhand. They've been barely used, and especially if they're for kids,
Oh
you
my
know,
God,
you can
yes.
take them back there
So
again.
fly in the morning, get in the afternoon, and get your stuff.
Have you
And
ever
next
been
day-
to Burlington?
Burlington.
I
Coat
just went
factory.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Right, but
Burlington
I think that when,
Factory.
Some
to anybody
bottles.
who's not
Bottles.
crazy about pre-planning, because there are some real planners, Kev, they have to have their stuff packed.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, especially if you're skiing with children. They outgrow stuff so much. There are people that I know now that at the end of their ski trip, they leave all their stuff in that town at that shop.
Yep.
Whether it's Park Cities, Crested Butte, Colorado, Breckenridge, wherever the skiers go, there is a resale shop in every one of these towns with barely used boots, pants,
Plus,
and
you plan
jackets.
ahead. We didn't plan ahead, really.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Like February, we're like, oh, we probably should buy some stuff.
Breckenridge has a really good one. It's like a whole upstairs and downstairs. It just keeps on going. So if you are in Breck, we call it Breck, bro.
Can you rent clothes?
I've never seen clothes rentals, but ski rentals, of
You
course.
can rent skis.
But you can't rent the bib. They call it the bib
Probably
thing.
not. I've never seen that.
No,
but
you can buy them. You're second
Yeah.
hand. You can't
just
rent
keep in
them.
mind how much the lift tickets are. Like $250 at some spots.
Super pricey.
That's
Yes.
insane.
So you
That's
know,
what I'm saying. Skiing is not cheap.
No, it
It's
is not.
So what
That's
do we
why
say
I
with
did
the
it a lot
flaker?
as a kid.
Wait, what's the final verdict with the flaker? The
Yeah, I
final
say
verdict
keep her.
is just you got to keep her in there, just not
just
trust
keep her.
anything
You're
she's
going to have to
doing.
just ignore whatever she puts in the text thread.
It's a guest starring appearance when she does show up.
Yep.
That's what it's going to have to be.
Going
Okay.
with no expectations. If she shows, it's a bonus.
Coming up next,
Now we got to decide something else.
date or ditch. Now you're newly dating somebody, and it's early enough for you to bail out if you feel like it's not working, but now you're not sure, so you bring it to us. Should you keep dating this person or ditch this person? And in this situation, it's how they met that's making this person want to ditch. What? We'll explain next on the Roula and Ryan Show. Now it's time for this
Serious.
very serious music.
Should you date or ditch, or are you the bitch? Time to decide. You can confide with the Roula and Ryan Show.
Most important word. Here you go. That's correct.
Yes.
And then
Best
Build
part.
to the crescendo.
here coming the music now.
On a very special Will and Ryan show. Ding and
After school special. Date or ditch is where you come to us with a scenario that you are in about your dating life. You have newly met someone. It's not too serious at all. It's just in the new phase. But something has kind of popped up that you're thinking, is this a red flag? Should I get out of this already? It's just safe enough to be able to bail out.
We just give our opinion. Don't mean
Should
you
we
have to take
just
it.
keep dating? You can contact us at 713-278-VENT.
No, oh, yeah.
That's 8368 on your
I'm
phone.
always mixing up, the new phone number is 833 and I don't care, RBE, but the vent line is still 713.
And this has to
278
do with how they met is the problem now as they're dating. Let's understand better. Here it is.
Hey guys, this is Kenny. Got a date or ditch for you real quick. So I met this bartender downtown. Real nice girl, real pretty. We've been dating for about 3 months or so, 2 or 3 months. And we hit it off pretty well. Been spending a lot of time with her, spending good money on her. I mean, I even took her to State 48. But I just have this sneaky suspicion and just something in the back of my mind is telling me like the spider sense is going on. I'm not sure if I'm too comfortable with her, flirting for tips every once in a while. So it's a lot of traffic downtown. So it could be a bunch of high rollers, big time executive guys coming in and out of town. So I'm just wondering, should I date her or ditch her just off the fact that she will be flirting with some of these guys for tips? And, once the flirting starts, something could lead, one thing could lead to another. So
Wow.
Well,
He
is that how she met you?
Yeah,
She flirted
he
with you.
sounds insecure. Maybe
called
she
trust.
should. Yeah, she should ditch him if he's got trust issues like that.
You know what I say when in doubt, leave it out, right? The fact that he called us already because he's worried about her flirting with other people, even though that's probably how he met her because she's pretty. She's a bartender. You do her a favor, sir, and exit the relationship.
It's like strip clubs. These guys, they start dating a stripper, and then they want to change the stripper and have them quit.
Yeah.
And,
are you going to pay for their new lifestyle?
And they're like, yeah, I'll date you, but you're not going to. This is my job. You know,
that's how they make
that's
money.
how we met. You know what I do.
Yep.
And the guy, for some reason, always wants to change him, even though that's how they met.
And most bartenders aren't like wearing some buttoned-up Handmaid's Tale outfit.
And so what if she's smiling at a guy or, you know, not being overly flirty, but, you know, just being a little bit just to, you know, be a it's customer service. It's all it's about. It's about hospitality.
Also, Ryan, don't forget that men
cleavage out and
think that a
stuff.
woman smiling at them is flirting.
Yeah.
Men think that a woman wearing a tank top and pulling a bottle opener out of her back pocket means they want them.
Yeah.
That's
When
how
you
you
flip
guys think.
It just sounds to me like he's the one
Just
with the
because
issue.
she's wearing a tank top and jeans and she has the bottle opener in her back pocket with her the tank top short, you know, it's cropped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she wants me.
Or she asks, like,
She's-
hey, do you want a drink?
What?
Oh, she wants.
She wants
No,
me.
sir, that is
yeah.
my job. I'm
give me-
supposed
I'm supposed to ask you what
if
you want to
wanna
drink.
Well, you give me a little extra on the pour.
Oh,
She wants
Oh
me.
yeah, that was
well, that's probably because you're tipping well.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in line to pay and she smiled at me. She wants me.
I mean,
I'll be with you in just one moment. Oh, she.
She wants me. She said she's going to be with me
Not
in
anyone
one
else.
moment.
this dude needs to ask himself
She
a
wants
question.
me.
What?
Who's she coming home to? It's you, dude.
Well, maybe.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. 2 and 3 months. You're not staying in the
Oh, you're not
night.
sleeping over.
So
every
is this
night
another
with that
case
every
of we're
night.
telling the dater ditcher questioner to have their mate ditch them?
Yeah, I think you're not worthy of
We
her.
can find this girl you're dating, tell her to ditch you.
Yeah, you're
You
insecure,
don't trust
dude.
her. You're going to give her a lot of grief. I'm going to say he
What do you
should.
say?
I think he should continue to date her if he likes her, but don't give her a hard time about her job. That's her job.
Yes.
Accept her.
And you know
Or
the
don't.
line. And if you really trust her, you know where she crosses the line.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just think because she's lightly flirting with somebody that's line
I'm
crossing.
intrigued
That's
by
part
people
of her
that
gig.
they go to bars every day and just sit there and like
Talk to the
spend
bartender.
all that money. You're paying 3 times what you'd pay at home.
Yes.
Just
Maybe
I guess,
they're
is it
doing
just to talk to people next to you, and then
Yeah, for
have
the
that girl. You have a crush on that girl.
Social
Well, they
interaction.
want to get out of the house. Maybe they're by themselves at home and they need some social interaction.
Yeah,
Some kind of check
but
out
if they
the
go every
scene.
day,
Yeah, every day.
and that's a lot of money.
There's
That's
a
a
bar that I
lot
passed
of
by.
money.
Have I mentioned this before? There's a bar that I passed by in like a neighborhood area, and it says now open at 2 p.m. And I'm thinking to myself, somebody who goes to that bar is related to a person who can't stand that bar advertises now they open even earlier. Because you know what I mean? It's like, oh God, you're going there.
Like
I
when it
don't need you
rained,
there too.
we had a rainy day on the farm. My mom got so mad because she knows my dad's going to Kim and Sue's bar. He'll be there in the afternoon.
Kim and Sue, that's what it's called. Hey,
Yeah.
we're going
and
down to
Sue.
Kim and Sue's next to the Silver Slipper.
And
I'm
I-
gonna let my son play trivia
He'd
games.
take me to the bar with him
Yeah,
and buy me a Snickers bar, a Dr. Pepper, video games, and scratchers.
I'm surprised they would let you in.
What, pff,
You can bring your
It's Kim
kids.
and
Then you
Sue.
can do
yeah,
that.
there's like a bowling alley in there too. And
They're not gonna let him drink.
and schooner. Yeah, I didn't drink, but I'd sit there with these guys and watch them all talk. And then I went back when I was like 22, and my dad had a bowling league. And I went and got a beer, and I sat down to my left and right with the same guys from.
Oh, wow.
And I was like a 12-year-old.
Do you remember what they used to talk about, Eric? Like as a
No, I
child,
was also in my world. I wanted
you know, you're
scratchers
like,
and
what are they
Snickers
talking
bars.
about? Yeah, you just cared about the candy.
I was so good at the scratchers that I would know. I wouldn't even scratch the whole thing off. I just scratch the little letter.
You knew?
Like if there's a J, then you know you won something. Like because they all had codes.
Yeah.
It's smart.
Oh, somebody texted.
So that's how
there's
your whole gambling thing started.
or the drinking
Your
thing.
dad introduced you to gambling.
This texter said there's a bar near their house, and
Origin
it's
story.
called the Gym. So
I'm going to the gym.
to
I'm
the
going to the
gym.
gym. There
Or
was
The
a-
Office in Cabo. There's a very famous bar called The Office that Jennifer Aniston always goes to with Jimmy Kimmel. It's called The Office.
There is
Go
a
on the
bar.
The library in
Or-
Austin.
It's closed now. It was called EJ's, and it was in the Montrose. And it would open at 7 a.m. because you can start serving at 7 a.m.
Third
And
shifters.
yeah, well, or if you partied all night and wouldn't keep on drinking, you
Oh,
can go to
hair of the
EJ's.
dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you just
could
want
not
to
do
keep the
that.
party going.
7 a.m. I thought there was like a rule. or
I don't
something
remember how
when
it
you
all
can
went
serve
down,
Yeah,
but
there's-
I know
I mean,
it was
try
there.
Tuesday. We have drinks once in a while. We do the drunk show. That's the only time I've do that in the morning.
Have it in the morning.
And it's weird to drink in the
It's just
morning.
my whole day up.
Yeah,
Well, the first time I've
You're
ever
on the beach.
The
I
first
can't
time-
not have a drink.
Well, beach, but I'm not at 7 a.m. I'm not on the beach either. I'm
Irish
till
coffee?
10.
Come on.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Mimosa?
good. But the first time I've ever had like the
Mimosas,
warm
I
feelings of
guess.
alcohol in my system before 7 a.m.
That's fruit, though.
Is when Kevin brought us the glue vine. How many Christmases ago? Like Christmas season. It's that
Spiced
warm
wine.
spiced wine. It's like $7. It's so cheap at the store. And he warmed it up and brought it in here in a paper cup. And I'm thinking, this is going to be terrible. Can I have some more, please?
Yeah.
This is going to be horrible. Where's the bottle? Like, I will never forget how I felt on the air under the influence of the glue vine. I was like, oh my God, this is like so amazing. I feel so warm and cool in here. I just want to give everybody hugs.
Warm wine.
I'm not a drinker, but have a drink before
Yeah.
7 a.m. and it was the glue vine.
It's almost like cider tasting, but boozy.
Eric doesn't like it. He's making sick faces.
I
Of
don't
course
like-
you don't
But
like
the
it.
point is, it was not about the quality of what I was drinking. It's the fact that I was
Warm
drinking.
You don't like heated alcohol.
A hot
Yeah,
toddy?
heated-
You've
no.
never had a hot toddy?
What?
I just don't like the
Those
hot
are
toddies.
heated
good.
stuff. Like Carajillo, at least
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Carajillo can be cold or
I like,
hot.
I like that cold.
Yes.
Oh, I cannot have a hot carajillo. No,
What?
please. No,
Yeah.
I need it
What's
shaken
in that
up.
for people that don't know?
It's called, usually you
There's a
do
billboard
espresso.
on the Galleria now.
Yes, there's a billboard for Liquor 43.
Yeah.
Like
It's very
just
popular.
that. It's just the bottle of Liquor 43 and it's just carajillo.
I think we popularized
I
it.
think we
because
did.
seriously,
what exactly is
It's a liquor called Liquor 43, Licor, Liquor 43. That's what you buy in the liquor store.
Okay.
And you put that with espresso in a shaker with ice, and you shake it, shake it, shake it,
Foams
shake,
up.
shake, shake, and it foams up, and you pour it into a delicious looking glass to make it all
So you get
delicious,
an
and you drink it, and
energy
it's so
boost.
yummy.
Or
with
you
the
can just
booze.
pour it in your coffee.
Yeah, I just pour it in my
Well,
coffee.
I'm saying there's
But yes.
caffeine in it.
It could be
Well,
decaf
because
too.
it's
Coffee,
coffee.
yeah. You can do decaf
But the
carajillo.
liquor itself is not caffeinated. You just
Oh, that
add
would
it.
be
no, no, no.
dangerous.
You
But
just
it's
add
very
it to
sweet.
Caffeinated
coffee.
liquor?
It's very
It's
sweet.
very sweet.
It is.
It's very sweet.
So put Tuaca in instead, and it has
Or
the
just
same
creamer.
potency.
Put what in?
Tuaca?
is another liqueur. Right?
Tuaca.
Yeah.
I know what he was doing there.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Fumbled.
Fat fingers didn't
All
fail.
right.
Went
Okay,
for it, it
coming up
didn't work.
next, speaking of the holidays, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is back every holiday season, so we'll hook you up with some free tickets next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE and more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
All right, Roula, what do you got in
The
Celebrity Scoop?
Celebrity Scoop is brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, and what we do have, since we're talking about the holidays and the drunk show here on the Roula and Ryan Show, it's holiday season time. I think officially people started Halloween decorating their front yards on Friday the 13th. Is what somebody texted. Is this the day we can officially start? Because I'm starting.
I've already seen them.
Yeah, Halloween decorations are up and out, and then you go into fall, and then you go into Christmas, or some people just go Halloween, Christmas Day. That's how they go. But the Trans-Siberian Orchestra comes every year, and people love them in person at Toyota Center. It is quite the show. This year, they hit the day after Christmas, which is Thursday, December 26th. If you'd like to go to the show, here's a pair of tickets for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra at Toyota Center. Call us at 833-390-KRBE, and we'll hook you up so you can enjoy
It's an
the
amazing,
holidays.
amazing production. You think about it. These guys were so smart because, much like the Blue Man Group, there's multiple touring productions of this. And it originally started a heavy metal band out of Tampa, Florida.
And there's no singing.
They made the one
Heavy
song.
metal Christmas songs.
What is it called? Carols of the Bell?
It's
or
Christmas Eve Sarajevo.
They don't
is
ever
the
sing
first
at all?
one. I've never seen
It's
the whole
instrumental.
show. No, it's all instrumental.
But, I mean, the
somebody text me at
production.
37530. Is there any singing of any kind at all? It's Christmas Eve Sarajevo is what splashed them onto the scene.
Yep.
And then it went from there. So y'all have a good time for that. All right. Here's a story that I thought is very interesting because growing up, watching lots of different movies, the first time I ever saw Julia Roberts in my life, it was a movie called Steel Magnolias, and she was the least known star. Steel Magnolias is about 6 women in Louisiana: Sally Field, Olympia Dukakis, Shirley MacLaine, Dolly Parton, Daryl Hannah, and this other girl. Her name was Julia Roberts. Then Pretty Woman came out. Then Flatliners came out. And then she was like the $20 million smile. Julia Roberts, Julia Roberts, Julia Roberts. Well, she had a brother who was actually famous before her, and you know him from other projects, depending on your age or what you watch. I only knew Eric Roberts from The Dark Knight with Christian Bale. He plays a character
A
in that.
mobster, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, are they really related or they just have the same name? And I knew that Emma Roberts is Julia's niece, and I didn't put it together until like a couple projects in
Eric's
that Emma
daughter.
is Eric's daughter. And there was a what's it called? An estrangement between Julia and Eric. They are brother and sister. I always thought, well, maybe they're like cousins.
Just never saw them
or-
on the red carpet together.
Right.
Trying to
What's
think, I
their
never-
beef? Like, I
So
mean,
Eric
why did
Roberts explains. He said that because he has a book called coming out called Runaway Train, or The Story of My Life So Far. He makes a full-on apology to his sister, Julia Roberts. He said that he was on substances. It was substance abuse and jealousy that caused him to get very jealous of her when her star started rising, and he took credit for like making her. He was like, well, she's famous because
he broke into the industry first. He had a string of pretty big movies in the mid-'80s.
I watched Pretty Woman. I never thought of you, buddy.
Exactly.
No.
He said he moved to New York first, and Julia followed. And they even lived together for a while because why not? Your brother's already there trying to make it. You want to try and make it. Of course, you're going to live with your brother. And when she became more famous, he started taking credit outright for her success, which put a big strain on their relationship, and then it estranged them ultimately. He said, that's not only unfortunate, but it's also untrue of what I said. I just hope Julia will accept this more public apology. It was an asinine thing to have said. I was proud of her, but it was pride turned on its head to my own advantage. He also says that Julia is a very driven woman, and somebody would have plucked her out of a crowd without my help. But, you know, when she started getting famous, he started taking all the credit.
So at the time, he felt like he had opened doors for her, and then he shot his mouth off saying he was responsible for her
imagine if she's
career.
getting projects and people are talking about her, and they say, oh, my God, your sister Julie's like, yeah, I hooked her up with that producer. You know, she got the green light because I put her in front of the door. And, like, you know, she's working hard on her own to get the roles that she wants. And he's like, yeah, I called somebody and they gave it to you. That's how you got
It's weird
that.
how
It
his
doesn't work that
career-
way, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
Even you can open the door maybe, but
I'm not
she
saying
goes
that's what
through
he
it.
said he did, but
Yeah.
that's the implication of taking credit for somebody's work. The taking credit would be, well, you didn't get that yourself. I helped you get that.
But it's weird how you can start out as, like, he was a very, quote, serious actor in the 80s. He did some artsy movies. He did one with Mickey Rourke called The Pope of Greenwich Village. And
Didn't
people
he
are,
do like karate movies or something?
well, that's when,
Was it
Bloodsport
Bloodsport?
or something. And once he stopped being the artsy guy and he became like a B actor and then a C. And
He was
then
like a villain in like a
D-lister.
Stallone, Sharon Stone movie or something too, wasn't he? Or one of those.
Yeah.
See, I don't
Miami.
know. I don't
his career
recognize
just-
him. Even he was doing something, I think, promoting this book or whatever his last project was. He was on some talk show and it was on mute. And I was like, who is that guy? And then they put on the bottom third of the screen like the name of the actor. I was
Dancing
like,
with the
that's
Stars is
Aaron
right
Roberts?
now. That's why
He's on it.
That's what we're
Okay,
hearing all
yeah.
these stories.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's when I saw him. It was on mute when we were on the air. And he was in the chair for Dancing with the Stars. I go, who's that? He doesn't look anything like he did in Dark Knight. I was like, that's Eric Roberts?
That was also, 14 years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I can't
didn't
believe it's
realize
been
it was
that long.
And that's when it came out.
Yeah, wait, it came out in 2008.
God, that's
Oh, my
crazy.
When The Dark
gosh.
Knight
They
with
filmed it
Heath
a year
Ledger.
or two before.
Yeah, so yeah, quite a few years have passed.
And it's so strange to me still. I remember where I was when I heard that Heath Ledger had died.
God,
Still remember I
that's
was
so shocking.
standing in Nordstrom department store.
He's only
returning
28.
something.
Only 28 years
know
old.
what?
What'd you return?
I don't remember now, but I remember standing in that department store and I got a text from, I think it was like a headline or something. How do we get it? I don't know.
It's
Just
weird
came
how
up
you
across the
remember
thing.
where you're at when a celebrity passed away. I remember Paul Walker. We were in a bar called Local Pour. And it
Are you
came-
topping her
Yeah,
story? We're just doing top
No,
of
I'm
that.
trying. It's not topping. I'm just saying, don't you
Jeez.
all have a story where you remember
Yeah,
where
but
you
sometimes
were
we
at?
don't tell them.
I was hoping you'd talk more about yourself.
Oh, shut up, Kevin.
I mean, jeez.
Ryan, you're part of the problem. The Roula and Ryan Show on KRB.
Thought we had a conversation about
What's
that,
going down in H-Town?
I'm just saying, doesn't everybody have a memory where you were at when you learned of somebody's passing?
I don't.
Okay. Sorry.
I do
September.
have a few, but I'm not going to tell you.
He's going to lock it up in his little heart
Rula
box.
have her story.
September
Like Rula
is
Shine.
one of the toughest months for allergy sufferers in Houston.
Kevin, tell us about your allergies.
Our top allergies.
Oh my God, how did you solve your allergies again?
Aspire Allergy and Sinus. It is proven that now is the worst time for allergies. Wait, was there a story about that?
The allergy count.
So,
We're going through
in
the,
addition to
ragweed.
ragweed and elm, if it's not pollen, it can be mold spores, which also triggers allergies year round.
And it could be your house that has the mold. So I would like to direct you to the YouTube video called Is Your House Killing You? Where I make an appearance about the mold in my house, but I don't live there anymore.
Also, dust mites in your pillows can get you
How often should you throw your pillow away?
away.
Yeah, don't you throw your pillow away after a
I mean, I
certain
kind
amount
of
of
should,
feel,
right?
yeah, you should. Or if you're in
Watch
San
it.
Antonio, I saw people throw them in the river.
2 years, maybe.
People are throwing their pillow in the river?
Remember I went to San Antonio, they were like, oh my God, look at those pillows. They're just floating
You
in
went
the
on a
river.
bad day because I don't never see that.
It was a bad day, Eric. It was a
You saw a lot of
bad
garbage
day.
in
There's a
that
lot of
river.
garbage. a lot of garbage. Why are there pillows floating?
That is disturbing. A family in Spring is suing a local daycare facility, Kiddie Academy of Harmony, after they claimed their 2-year-old daughter was left unattended in a bathroom for nearly 4 hours.
Oh,
the parents allege no staff checked on the child during this time. Further inquiries revealed that the Texas Health and Human Services Child Care Regulation Office had documented multiple violations of minimum standards at this facility. The family is pursuing legal action to seek accountability and to ensure the safety of children in that daycare facility. Terrifying. Could you imagine learning that your kid spent 4 hours in a bathroom and nobody checked on her?
I had taken my son to something for like a little Christmas Mother's Day out when he was like 3 with my then 4.5-year-old and my 5.5-year-old, and it was only 2 hours. I'm sorry, it was 4 hours. And he was in the diaper the whole time. When I picked him up, it was soiled. And I was so upset because I was like, why is this so heavy? Because, the heavier it is, the longer it's been sitting there. So that means he must have gone after I left him and nobody checked. And I was so upset that it still sticks with me. You do a lot of things as parents and you kind of have flashes of things you forget. But that still sticks with me when I picked him up and it was still like that. So I was like, I'm never coming here again.
I don't know about sue, but I would never go back.
Do y'all have what's that app you do where you, in the neighborhood where you can
Nextdoor app?
Nextdoor app. Can you write up articles and say, hey, this is what happened to my kid?
Yeah, you can. And you definitely want to make sure that you're giving good details that show that it's a legit story because, a lot of people will say, well, anybody can write whatever they want and try and destroy a business.
And they're like, there's a helicopter flying over. And anyone know what this is for? Why is there a helicopter over
Why are there
our
helicopters?
house?
What's all the noise? What's all the commotion?
Was that gunshots? I don't know. Maybe it was firecrackers. Did y'all hear that?
Oh, so that's what it's like?
Funny, though. It is. But it's kind of funny, Kevin, when they do the helicopter one. I am curious, I wonder what it is.
I mean,
what is it?
It's like a traffic helicopter. It's just what they're up there for.
No, you know what I learned? On the I-10 corridor over here at the Beltway, the Blackhawks from Ellington Field do their training hours in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So you see those military helicopters
those are cool
a lot.
helicopters.
I learned that. So that's the one thing I learned. That was good.
I'm learning about this right now. All right, that's what's going down in H-Town.
They need training hours, guys. Coming up next. Did you hear about Roula's? I can't talk. Did you hear what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today? Can I say it faster? Did you hear what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today? Let me rewind that again, like it's a recording, but you don't realize it's not live. Did you hear what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today?
Try it slow.
Did you hear what happened?
Slower.
Did you hear what happened on Roula and Ryan's Roses today?
All right.
You're freaking me out. I don't know what you're thinking about. But this woman was verbally abusive to the dude that everyone wanted her to be cheated on. And by the end of this, they're like, man, I hope this guy's cheating on her. She's terrible.
She is.
Hear it for yourself next on the Roula and Ryan Show.